Hello everybody, today we are looking at a SPAC that ARK just bought $11 million worth of. As you can see here, they bought, today on March 3rd, they bought 554,000 shares, and yesterday they just bought 434,000 shares, which equates to $11.8 million worth of these. Now, the ARK has been buying shares ever since February 24th, which is when they announced a merger with a private company that they are merging with. I'll show you them in a second. Now, be careful with SPACs as they are quite volatile. Here you could see the chart. I actually bought a pretty small position, only 3 shares. And a month here on February 25th, it went all the way up to $14 a share on the news that ARK bought them, as well as they're continuing to buy them, as well as the merger announcement. Now be careful with SPACs as the market is very volatile, especially with bonds, which I believe are in a huge bubble. Now, as you can see here, the fund that they put it into is ARKQ, which is the Autonomous Technology and Robotics ETF. It's a very good ETF. They have outperformed the S&P 500 year to date. All right, now the company that they announced a merger with is called Markforged.
Markforged is changing the pace of invention with the Digital Forge. The Digital Forge is an easy-to-use additive manufacturing platform that comprises best-in-class printers, cloud-based software, and both metal and composite materials, allowing designers, engineers, and manufacturers to go from design to part anywhere in the world.
I saw PayPal grow from pre-launch all the way up and on its trajectory to where it is now, and that is the payments leader online, no small feats. That's what I see in Markforged.
Back in 2013, when we founded Markforged, we had a choice. At the high end, you could buy these $1 million metal machines, but the materials were toxic, flammable, and the machines were hard to use. At the low end, you could buy these desktop hobby printers. They were accessible and easy to use, but they just printed plastic parts. It wasn't something you could use for end use or a real application. At Markforged, we envisioned a fundamentally new way to 3D print. We would get the high-end, high-strength parts of the $1 million machine, but you'd have the ease of use and accessibility of a desktop. And that's exactly what we set out to do. And in the process, we've begun to truly reinvent manufacturing.
Now let's go ahead and see the industries. As you can see, they're targeting a lot of different industries.
Today, we are already reinventing manufacturing by delivering on the most demanding application in aerospace and defense, military, space exploration, industrial automation, and automotive. We continue to invest into the future to ensure our customers can build anything they imagine.
Having the ability to 3D print our own metal components has really improved our development process.
The fact that the entire printer is super rigid, and once you close the top lid, all of that engineering point is just hidden out of sight.
When you have a Markforged printer on your desk, you have a box that can turn ideas into a physical reality.
All right, let's see if we scroll down here, we could see the different printers that they are releasing and that they have for sale. They work with all these different companies, including the U.S. Air Force, Toyota, Rolls-Royce, and Google. Now, the company is expected to have equity value of approximately $2.1 billion with approximately $400 million in net cash. Now, the SPAC on the market right now is aone. It will be moving into the symbol MKFG, which Markforged will be going public as. The merger is expected to be completed in the summer of 2021. The company has a full suite of industrial and professional grade printers being sold to customers daily, as well as more than 170 issued and pending patents. As adoption of these technologies continues to spread across the $13 trillion global manufacturing industry, the company is well positioned to become a critical partner to leading manufacturers of the future. This company has a huge, strong track record, and Markforged's products are already in 10,000 facilities across 70 countries. The company has printed more than 10 million parts across the entire product development lifecycle. And the industry that they are in has grown from $2 billion in 2012 to an expected $18 billion this year. It is expected to reach $118 billion in 2029. And today, Mark Forge appointed a new head of global sales. Clayton will be responsible for setting the company's global sales strategy and driving a channel-first go-to-market approach across North and South America. This man has delivered double-digit growth in each of the years, achieving $1 billion in bookings in 2019 at his last job at SolidWorks. All right, now we can see the Mark Forge investor presentation. Here are all of the different sectors and the track record for early investments in transformational business. These are all the different companies that these executives were a part of. And as you can see here, they have a huge selection of industrial machines as well as hobbyist printers for anybody that's interested in printing anything they like. They have a huge, large, and growing addressable market opportunity, reaching $118 billion in 2029. And here's some blue chip customer base across key verticals. You have Porsche and Tesla in the automotive. You have Gillette in healthcare. You have Lockheed Martin and GE in aerospace, just to name a few. And here are all of their different printers, all the way up to industrial, huge, giant machines. Here's their financial overview. They have a huge connected printers expectation for their growth, reaching 76,000 in 2025. Now, their proven track record of growth is pretty exponential. They've gone from 5 million in 2015 all the way to 70 million in 2020. And COVID did hit them, but not as hard as all these other companies. They have been able to adapt, and they've gone from 73 million in 2019 to only having a loss of 3 million during COVID. I think that's a really good historical performance for this company. They have a strong path to profitable growth in the following years, and this is their expectation. They have a gross profit of 30 million in 2018, and they expect to have a $434 million profit in 2025. All right, everybody, that is the Spac and company that the Spac will be merging with. Now, they will be merging in summer of 2021, and that is quite a far way out. But as ARK's history, they do like to buy in before exponential growth, and I do think that they are seeing exponential growth in this company in the following years in the long term. If you're not interested in the long term, then I would not buy this stock. I think they are great for the long term, bad for the short term. That is what ARK loves to invest in. Now, be careful with SPACs, as the whole market is very volatile, and I'll see you in the next video.
We at Mark Forge are on the journey from 10,000 happy customers today to 100,000 happy customers in 2025. We're inviting you to join us on this journey. Our industry grew 10x from 2 billion in 2012 to almost 18 billion expected this year. Going forward, the industry expects to continue growing by another 100 billion until 2029.
The amazing thing behind Mark Forge is it's not merely a hardware company, it's a software company. So from the beginning, it's been architected with amazing software platform to network together all the 3D printers, and it can actually learn. So it looks and sees how part is being printed and can actually improve that.
Mark Forge is the right company at the right time with the right product and the right team. I'm inviting you to join us. Nothing can stop us.